Today is day 9 of the program, and it is week 2 of phase 1. So the set of exercises are pretty much the same as what we did last week. And we're starting off with the Zercher deadlifts, which has now kind of become my favorite out of the new exercises that we've done so far. So I did a warm-up earlier, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with 25s on each side. So that's a total of 95 pounds. Long way. Up. 1. Let me make sure I'm 2. Up. 4. Whew. It's tough on my. I might have to put the guard up a little bit. Was that 4? Six. It is lower, so I'm exerting more effort. I think I need 5 more. Ha. Okay. Damn, that was only set 1, bro. All right, set 2. Set 2, we have 115 total. Same as last week. But for some reason, the lower back is hurting a little bit. I think it's probably because of the guard earlier. So I went up 1 notch and see if that will help with the load heading back down once I hinge. Okay. Let me. Okay. Up. 1. Up. 2. Up. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 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 This microphone is. That's 7, so I need 8 more. Put it right in the middle. Ay. So what's different from last week to this week? Last week I had a lot of rests, like rest days in between, because I'm still kind of like not used to working out every day for 5 days straight. And that's what the program calls for. So I think I was resting every other day. And this week I decided, okay, we need to really follow the program. And so This has been my 4th day straight without any rests in between. So we have one more day tomorrow, and then after that we can rest for 2 days. Now, even though the rest days on the program says 2 consecutive days, I think I'm still going to allow myself to have rest in between, maybe after 2 workouts, if needed, right? But at the moment, I'm trying to follow it exactly how it is. So one more workout tomorrow, and I'm off, so it's okay. I don't have to come in super early. The only thing is that during the normal office hours, I really wouldn't be able to use my tripod, and that's the only problem. So like I have to, if I come in tomorrow, I have to come in early, like around this time, 4:41, so that I could still record some content for you guys before the first coach comes in, because the personal trainer at 6 a.m., he's new, so he's kind of like strict with like the policies and stuff like that. So it is what it is. You have to follow what the gym rules are. But if it gets to a point where like I feel like it's a hindrance for me to like provide great content for you guys, because now I'm kind of like rushing through it, or I have to find a certain time in the day to go ahead and record, I might just go ahead and change gyms just for that, so that I can give you guys proper content and not feel like I have to constantly look around and make sure that none of the the employees are here. So that was 7, right? I need 8 more. Sorry about the too much talking. Up, 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 1, up, this, up, 1, up, yeah. Last set, 135. Whew. Up, 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4. Okay. I don't know why it always shifts, but 4. Up, this, up, 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 ha. Sheesh. 6 more. Ha. Oh my gosh. Six more. Sheesh. Whew. Second exercise is the high pulse. Standard grip. Ha! 1. Ha! 2. 3. Ha! 4. Last one. Shit. I got this book recently. The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo, or Nepo. Probably Nepo. Like a Nepo baby. But it's basically like a daily passage. Not based off of the Bible or anything. Maybe there are some Psalms here or whatever. But it basically just gives you like a short passage that you can try to internalize every day. And I guess this book is really timeless because I just picked this up a few days ago, and immediately on, I think it was like April 15, I looked through it and I'm like, damn, that's exactly the message I needed today. So while we're resting, I'm gonna go ahead and read April 18. And it says, the purpose of full attention. This is the ongoing purpose of full attention, to find 1,000 ways to be pierced into wholeness. To find 1,000 ways to be pierced into wholeness. Interesting. So then it has, so that was the passage, right? And then it has like a whole little like storytelling time, or more of like a kind of like the way he describes it, right? So a most profound and helpful learning came to me when struggling with the pain of having a rib removed. Wow. For weeks I felt a corset of pain girdling each breath, but watching the winter water of a stream begin to thaw and flow over and over, I finally saw that to make it through the pain, I had to be more like water and less like ice. Ooh. For when trees fell into the ice, the river shattered. But when large limbs fell into the flowing water, the river embraced the weight and flowed around it. Ah. The trees and winter water were teaching me that the pain was more pointed and hurtful when I was tense and solid as ice. Then each breath was shattering. But when I could thaw the fear and tenseness I carried, the pain was more observed, and I could, like the thawing stream, move on, not pain-free, but no longer shattered. Ooh, that is so good. It is this way with much of nature. By opening fully to our own experience, we can feel and see the resilience of life around us. Feeling our woundedness, we can learn from the hollowed stump how to root smaller greens. Feeling our sadness, we can learn from the leaves too tired to be blown along how to surrender. Feeling our tenderness, we can learn from the caterpillar how to endure the tremble that precedes the appearances of wings. But it is only by showing up, by denying nothing, that other living things reveal to us the secrets of how they manage to live. In deep counterpoint to the old saying, an eye for an eye, there is a deeper law that guides us to wholeness, a truth of being for the truth of being. So the purpose of full attention is to invite through personal surrender the particular example of life force in whatever is around us to show itself, a truth of being for a truth of being. Yes, when in pain, be like flowing water. When suffering near the bottom, feed off what you can, like the brilliant ocean fish, and spit back the rest. When feeling burdened, watch small birds to see how they begin to fly. When feeling finished, watch newborn animals open their wet little eyes and imitate their innocence. Once giving full attention, you will come back, one drop at a time, into the tide of the living. Ooh! And then there's like instructions on how to meditate. So this one is a walking meditation. Meditate on a particular pain that is troubling you. I'll talk about that later. But basically, that's the book that I picked up, man. And it's been super helpful in getting this cleared and just allowing this to flow. Like, not just the heart, but like the higher being, basically. Right? So, hope you felt enlightened by that. Okay, set 2. Same weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 5. Yeah, I highly suggest to pick up that book, man. What's interesting is that I went thrift shopping with my mom, right? And so we went to Goodwill. And I was like, let me check the book section, right? Normally Goodwill, they have like all these books, but they're like in random order. And if you've ever been to Savers, they normally have it like specific places, right? I mean, they have it categorized. But with Goodwill, it's just like all the books, they just put it in a fucking shelf, right? So I was looking at it, and it was during their sale, right? Like they do on Mondays, they do $1 sales for whatever tag or colored tag is specific for that day. So it was orange tag, and I was going through the book section, and I found that book. It was orange, so I was like, damn, God, like you really be like wanting me to buy this, huh? So yeah, I picked it up. I looked at the date, April 15, and it struck me. I was like, oh, like Mel Robbins was not kidding when she said, get this book. And I'm really happy that I was introduced to the book, because if not, then I would have not, well, actually, those type of words, awakening, awareness, that will probably automatically like, catch my eye, because I have been, well, it's been a while that I've listened to The Greatest Secret, but that's the kind of like stuff that they would talk about, right? The awakening, awareness, and all that kind of stuff. Being present at the moment, enlightenment, whatever. So that would have already struck my eye, catch my eye, but I'm glad that I actually heard Mel Robbins suggest it recently, and that's what just stapled it. And I'm really glad, because that makes sense. Like sometimes we're like hard as like ice, and we're like trying to combat things that naturally should just flow, that should just allow us to be like water, where if things happen, if like hard objects drop on us, it's okay because we're water. We'll be able to adapt. We'll be able to like still continue flowing. But if we're hard as ice, then that can shatter us. And sometimes we use that example of like with our heart, right? Like our broken heart, our shattered heart. But if we would think of our hearts as just flowing water, it's okay. Like things can try to stab it, and it won't feel anything, because it's flowing, it's water, it's You know what I'm saying? Like you try to stab a body of water, it's not gonna do anything to the water, right? But if you try to stab, ice, it's going to break the ice into two or whatever, right? So I like that idea. I love the idea, and now that should be what the mentality for today's, festivities or activities or events, whatever. Anyway, that's it. Sorry if this is the same weight, but I don't want to go up on weight until I feel like I can do this without struggle. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, come on. 10, getting tired. 1, 2, wait. See? That's why we can't up our weight. I have 3 more to go. Pink Pony Club. Who else likes Chappell Roan? Maybe I just like her music because I'm gay like her. But it do take nerve to write the lyrics that she writes sometimes. And it's fun. Ultra pop, girl pop, type of music. That was it, or one more? Okay. Next exercise is cheat curls. After this, we're gonna do floor presses and some squats. But we're almost done, and thank God, because I have to go home and pick up BB. So I have to go home, take a shower, eat something, and then go to work with BB today. But luckily it's my Friday, so after that we can rest. Okay, so cheat curls, right? Up, 1, up, 2, up, 4, up, 5, up, 7, woo, up, 8, ha, up, 9, up, 10, yee, 5 more, up, 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 4, ha, up, ha. What I don't like about this program is that every day feels like a full body workout. So even if I'm just doing 4 to 6 exercises each day, a lot of them are still targeting the same muscles, meaning I don't really have the time to rest the muscle for the next day. And so it's like a constant pounding on each of the muscle groups, right? So yesterday I did the Zotman curls, and now I'm doing cheat curls. So I feel like my biceps have not fully recovered from yesterday's festivities. But here I am doing this, right? Same with my legs, right? I think yesterday I was doing, although I guess I haven't really done anything that will target my hammies at the moment, because the deadlifts, it's more of the back, like the Zercher deadlifts, I mean. It's more of the back. I mean, I guess if yeah, it does kind of target it heading down when I hinge to put back the bar on the rack. But yeah, it's not as bad. Like, I remember I did good mornings on one day. The following day I did sled drives. right? And like when I'm telling you, like my freaking hammies were like burning. It wasn't to a point where I'm like, I can't walk or anything like that. But like if I do this, I can still feel that stretch right here. And so it's still pretty tight. But I think that's the only thing that I have issues with when it comes to this whole phase. It seems like it's all doing the same type of, no, not same type of movement, but it's still targeting the same muscle groups. And I just feel like I don't have any time to really rest it out and let it do its magic in between the full workout type of sessions, you know? What I like about Anabolic, the first ever MAPS program that I got, was in between. It was only 3 foundational days, right? Where it's all about like full body exercises, heavy load or whatever. And in between it, you had like a, what is it called? A trigger session. And the trigger session basically is triggering all of the muscle groups, but with bands, with suspension trainers, like super light body weight type of movements. So it is still pumping the same muscles, but at a way lighter load. This one, I have to do all 5 days with weight and 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps on each exercise. So it feels like it's just constant, like nonstop, you know, work on the muscles. But we have to follow the program and trust the process, trust that after all of this, we'll be like a super baddie. A muscle mommy for real, for real. I like stopping the clips or the videos just because it makes it easier for me to edit it. Because when it's like long form videos, I don't like sitting down and just going through all of it and seeing which ones will work best for the video. Yeah, so it just goes to show I can't do no podcasts. Not unless it's like free form, like straight through, no edits. Then I could do a podcast. Six, woo. 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, 5 more. 10. Shit. 4, 5. Woo-hoo. Yeah. I was listening to Sherry Frankie's book yesterday at work. What a great book, y'all. If you know about Ruby Frankie's case, hers and Jody, about what Ruby and her did to the 2 youngest kids of the 8 Passengers YouTube channel back in the day. I've never heard of these guys, right? 8 Passengers, maybe because I wasn't really into like family vlogging back in the day. But I guess they were really popular. They got to about like 2.5 million followers or subscribers on their YouTube channel. And they were just doing daily stuff, you know? But yeah, if you heard of the case, like if you watch the Netflix documentary, it's crazy what they did and what the whole like family dynamic was back in the day for them. And Sherry shares her side of the story in very vivid details, but in a tasteful way where it feels like you're not even listening to a non-fictional book. It feels like a novel on its own. It feels like a freaking fictional book where everything is so flowery, but also very like detailed. And it's a great book, y'all. If you should listen to it on audio, on any like place where you get your audiobooks at. I like the audio. I like the audiobook, but I haven't read the book. But it seems like the audiobook is actually a better form to listening to it because it's her voice. She's the one who's reading the or narrating the book, and so you can really like sense, you know, the difficulty of living with a pretty unstable mom when it came to, well, emotionally unstable mom. She was very aggressive to the kids, even before Jody. But everything was hidden, you know, behind the camera, right? So when the camera was shooting, which was almost every single day, well, not almost, but every single day, and she would always pick and choose the ones that she looked best, right? And so a lot of people looked up to her during that time. But it's crazy, and I think it's more better when you have the Netflix documentary and the book side and side, because you'll understand the story much better of, yeah, how the family was and how Ruby was, and Jody as well, actually. It's crazy. Okay. Up, 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, 10, up, 1, fuck. Wait, 2 more. Why can't I do that? Okay. Up. 1. Up. Yeah. We're doing floor presses. I'm gonna see if this is the proper setup though. Okay. Well, I could go under. That should be fine. Or maybe that's too low. It might be too low. Six. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh fuck. Way high. Maybe 5 or 6. Set 2. 20 pounds on each side. It's a total of, how much is that? 85 pounds. So you know how like last week I was struggling to set this up? I don't think we even actually set up the rack properly. Oh, we didn't set up the rack at all. But that was okay because BB was around. Now, I saw this guy actually last week that was doing the same thing as us. And so I was like, oh, that's pretty smart. That's how you do it. So thanks, guy. He obviously is an old school power lifter too. He's a buff guy, lifts super heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4, there it is. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 1 second. 5 more. 2. Up. 4. Last one. Up. 5. Okay. Oh man. Yesterday, my shoulder was super tight, my right shoulder. But nothing compared to how it used to be, where, like I said, I couldn't even reach the back of my hair to go ahead and tie it up in a ponytail. So not like that, but it was super tight. I could feel it the whole time because I did cable flights yesterday, and then I went to work, did a 10-hour shift, and constantly lifting boxes, lifting items that were front load all of the time. It kind of just kept that tightness here. So I had to cup it yesterday. I had BB cup it. I don't know if you could, probably you can't see it, but I had her cup it. And she those ones that you kind of squeeze to take out the pressure, right? Or to put pressure on it to suck it, basically. She did it like 3 pumps, and that's normally the recommended. It's just 3 pumps, right? And I told her no, like keep on going because it did nothing. So she kept on pumping. She probably pumped it like 6 to 7 times before I was like, okay, yeah, that's what I need right now. It's like that super strong tension, that sucking tension that just helped release it afterwards. So I did that for 10 minutes, and then after she took it out, it felt much better. Last set, 30s on each side. That's a total of maths, 105. Okay. Sometimes math ain't mathing. Okay. Okay. At least we're good on time. After this, I have to do back squats and we're done. Then I have to go home, take a shower, do all that stuff before heading to work. Up, 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, come on, up, 5, up, 6, come on, shish, 9 more. Nine more. Up. 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 4. Up. Come on. 5. Up. 4 more. I like how I started from 6, 5, and then 4 more. Hoo-wee. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. Come on. 4. finally, last exercise of the day. Let's try to get through this real quick. I don't think I set up the rack properly. Five more. Come on. Last one. But the thing is, I chose this life, right? Nobody told me to wake up early, like 2-3 hours before my shift, so I can go ahead and come work out and then spend another 10 hours at work doing a physical job. Nobody is forcing me to do this, by the way. But sometimes you have to do the things that you know is going to lead you to that place you want to get to in the future. Doing this for my future self, right? So all of this will matter once I get older and older, right? So we want to make sure that by that time, we're not struggling, we're not using a walker, we're not, like, let's try to have the best, like, let's try to stay as fit as possible and set ourselves up for success in the future. So sacrifice will be worth it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up. 10. 5 more. We're almost done. Okay. I think eating yogurt before coming here has been super helpful. Okay. Up. 4. Up. 5. All right. Woo. And that was it. Woo-wee. Okay. It's just you, me, and my drive heading home. I actually like this. I'm glad I did that. Okay. All right. So we're heading home, and I found a way to connect my camera onto my my phone holder on the dashboard. So I'm super stoked about this. Seems like my battery's about to die though. That's the only problem. Lately, I've been very disciplined with my routine, right? Like I said last time. So my night routine and my morning routine has been on locked for the last few days. Super stoked about that. Happy that I'm in a good mind space at the moment to go ahead and get my shit together. So we're gonna keep on riding this, this wave up to the top. And like always, there is going to be days where we're not feeling as motivated, as disciplined. So it is, again, trying to be more compassionate toward ourselves and trying to be more present at the moment when those things happen, when problems arise and whatnot, and then trying to make the right decisions. That has been the theme lately, is just making the right decisions or choosing well. That's pretty much it. But having a solid night routine has actually truly helped in getting myself situated in the morning. So I have this non-negotiable of sleeping at 8:30 at night, meaning even on the weekends, I have to set myself to succeed, right? So I need to sleep at 8:30 at night so that I can wake up every single day, even on my days off, at 3:30 in the morning. Even if I'm not working out that day, I want to keep that as my routine, waking up at 3:30 in the morning. Now, this might not work for everybody, right? But this is the thing that I'm trying to set for myself so that I can have that habit, and it will be a no-brainer in the future. Right now, it's a struggle because we're still setting up that habit of waking up at 3:30 every single day. And like I said, non-negotiables. I think that's the thing that we need to start setting ourselves up with, are non-negotiable things that you've promised to yourself that you're going to do, and follow it to the T, strictly. Now, I have battled with myself multiple times when it comes to following a certain routine and being as disciplined, right? Because there's days where I just don't feel like doing it, and I'm just like, oh, what's another hour of staying up? What's another 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever? I'm hanging out with the family. I need to go ahead and, be a member of this family and show them that I care for them and all that. But trust me when I say that it is actually probably hindering you from being your best self when you do those things, when you sacrifice hours of sleep to hang out with your nieces, your nephews, your friends, and whatnot. And because of that, you're going to suffer throughout the following days. And that's not going to be a pretty sight to be around with. So believe me, I've been through it. I've done those sacrifices where I have allowed my family to, to kind of persuade me of doing things their way. And at the end of the day, I'm the one who's suffering from following the decisions that I feel like I was forced to, even though I wasn't forced actually. If you think about it, we always have a decision. We always have a choice in the matter. It might not seem like you have a choice, but you do. And it's just, do you want to deal with the outcome of that choice is the question. Sometimes you just say yes because it seems like the easiest thing to do to please everybody, and so that you won't have to worry about, you know, the outcome of like them getting mad at you or them saying shit about you or whatever. The peer pressure is real, right? But we need to learn how to be resilient. We need to learn to have those non-negotiables. And one of those non-negotiables for me is drinking. I can't do that to myself anymore. In the Philippines, I ended up drinking even though I haven't really touched a bottle for a long time. And it's because that seemed to be the easiest choice, right? Just say yes because you're hanging out with your family over there. And the Navarros are very proud of being the drinking family of Lasang, Davao City. They even have a little jingle, a little song that they've created for themselves about them being a drinking family. And my dad is a huge promoter of that. So it's like, how do you say no if this is the only thing that bonds you with your family? How do you say no when you've already actually said no and they keep on forcing you, pushing you? Oh, come on, it's just one shot. Oh, come on, you hardly come home to the Philippines. Oh, come on, we're just having a good time. Don't be a party pooper. How do you say no to that, y'all? How do you respectfully say no when you know that most likely they're going to talk shit about you behind your back, or they're going to consider you as not one of them anymore because you are not resonating with their beliefs? How do you say no? And you know what's weird though is I was vegan when I went to the Philippines. And I was able to say no to lechon. I was able to say no to all the meaty meals and dishes that we have in the Philippines. But why is it that it was so hard to say no when it came to alcohol? Why is it that I had to like kind of allow myself to go with the flow, even though I knew that that was not what I wanted for my body at the time? Maybe because secretly, maybe I wanted to drink. Maybe I do miss the times when I was into alcohol and drinking with the family, talking shit, having fun, laughing around, and not having to worry about what tomorrow has to come because we don't have work, because you know, life is good. Life is good in the Philippines. It's fun. You can be lazy there and still have a life there. And still be able to eat, you know? Like, it's a paradise for sure. Until it's not. Until you overdrink and you pass out and things go the wrong way, you know? Luckily, I'm still alive. Luckily, I didn't get into any accidents. Luckily, I didn't do anything that stupid that would harm myself from still being in this world. But although I've never really been in a fender bender or anything like that, and I drink, but normally I'm not a bad type of drunk. It's not like I'm looking for fights and whatnot, but alcohol is just not good for you, y'all. It's not. Like, I'm a happy drunk. I know that for sure. People love me. When I'm drunk, I'm having a good time. Everybody's having a good time. I am the center of attraction. I am the party goer, and I know how to have a good time. But is it worth it though? Having the hangovers the following day, knowing that you drank how much calories in one night, knowing that you most likely dehydrated yourself from all the alcohol that you consumed. Is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it. That's why drinking is a non-negotiable. I don't care if it's just to hang out with friends and, kind of party or whatever. Nah, man, done. Don't want that in my system. And luckily, I have friends now that don't really care for drinking too, even though they're youngsters. I love that about them. I was drinking a lot when I went back to the Philippines for vacation, and that was like 3-4 years ago, but until now, it still kind of scars me how much drinking I did. It still has effect on my body, most likely, So, you need to set non-negotiables. But I'm feeling really good about myself lately. I've been showing up for myself, even if, there's things going on and all that. I think the trail talk really has done something to me. The book has done something to me. The Book of Awakening. So we're moving in the right direction, y'all. So I'm about to I'm really close to the house now, so I'm gonna end this already. But I just want to remind you guys to love your body no matter where you're at in your journey. And I thank you all for watching and following the journey as well. Thank you guys for subscribing and for liking the videos. I hope you guys have a great day. And remember, make good choices today, okay? And I'll see you on the next video.